Hello everyone, Chidaronya Ilim here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be making this beautiful faux wrap dress, meaning that it looks like a wrap dress but it's not a wrap dress. So the first thing I did is to cut out the printed part, which measures from the chest line down to my desired length. So what I did was to minus my shoulder to chest measurement from the gown full length and add the rest of the measurement. And I folded my material into two, and from that point I came in by 2 inches and down by 1 inch to make my armhole curve. Then I cut it out. So I'm cutting both the front and the back piece here, and then I made a notch at the center of the dress. You see the reason soon. So for the top part, the only two measurements needed is your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and your bust measurement divided by 4. That's the thing you need to cut the top part of this faux wrap dress. So the first thing I did is to add my shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus half-inch sewing allowance, and from that point I came down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant. Then I added my neck width measurement, which is 3 inches, and then I joined the 2 points with a straight line to make my shoulder slant. Also, you can make the shoulder slant 0.5 inches if you're working with a shoulder measurement of less than 13 inches, and up to 1.5 if you're working with a shoulder measurement of up to 20 inches or more. And what I'm going to do next is to add my armhole depth, which is 8 inches from the points from the new shoulder measurement, and join with a straight line. Then I'm going to draw a horizontal line, which is going to be my chest line from that point. Then I mark a net depth of 3 inches and use a curve rule to join to the neck width. You can also come down as much as you need, like you can come down more than 3 inches, but I'm using a standard 3 by 3 inches for my neck depth and width. Then I added 0.5 inch sewing allowance at the down part. So you'll notice that I didn't make the armhole curve, which is because I've already made a curve at the printed part of my gown, which is the down part of the gown. So I'm going to cut this out, and I'm going to use this front pattern to cut out my back pattern. The only difference is that the neck depth for the back pattern is 1 inch or 1.5 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do is to open up the front piece like so. From one side, I will come up by 1 inch. I will later add 0.5 inch for sewing allowance. From the neck, I will come down by 1 inch. Then I will use a curve rule to join the points to the right shoulder. Then I came up by 0.5 inch, like I said earlier, for the sewing allowance and join to the shoulder. Then I will cut out my pattern. Then I will pin down the pattern on a new paper to cut out the left shoulder and cut it out. But because this is the part that will be showing at the front, I will come up by 0.5 inch extra to make it bold, and I also came in by 1 inch. This is because I don't want it to join at the armhole at the left hand side. Then I will join the point to the shoulder and cut it out. So this is my front pattern with the faux wrap. Then what I'm doing now is to add 1.5 inches zipper allowance after I have folded my fabric into 2, and at that point I will place my pattern and cut out with 0.5 inch sewing allowance at the side and at the shoulder. This is what we have. Then I will use that to cut out another fabric, which will be the lining, and I will do the same thing for the front patterns, that is cut out the vein fabric and then also the lining fabric. The only difference is that the left shoulder for my front pattern, I will use a different fabric for that. The next thing is to start sewing. The first thing is to take one part of the back piece with right side fitting each other and stitch down the neck and the zipper allowance with 0.5 inch sewing allowance. Then flip it to the front and iron well, and then stitch down the shoulder and the sides with same 0.5 or less sewing allowance, and this is what you have. Then do the same for the other part of the back piece and add your zipper. To add your zipper, place the zipper right side to right side of one of the back piece with an allowance of 1 inch, just as shown, and stitch down. So I'm using a zipper foot here, the normal one, but you can also use the invisible zip if you're using an invisible zipper. And while sewing, make sure the zipper foot is as close as possible to the zip so that you can get something like this, very neat and looks almost invisible as possible. Turn to the back part and stitch down the remaining zip in. Then for the front piece, this is the left shoulder, so I placed it right side facing each other with the lining fabric and stitch down the neck and armhole, then flip it over and stitch down the shoulder and the down part. And I did the same thing also at the right shoulder, and I joined the two front pieces together like so. And you can see that the left shoulder piece did not get to the armhole of the right shoulder because of the 1 inch removed. Then the next thing I did is to place the front piece and the back piece right side facing each other and join the shoulder with a stitching allowance of 0.5 inches, and I ironed well. Then for the print, I pinned down the north center of the down piece to the center of the top piece and also pinned down the side after I have hemmed the armhole. And from the side, I started to make my print till I got to the center, and I also did the same thing as at the other side, and this is what we have. And the prints are 2 inches apart, or 2 inches for each print. I'm going to do the same thing for the back. Then I will join the two sides with 1 inch sewing allowance and hem the down part, and this is what we have. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you have any question you can leave it at the comment section. Thank you.